some, but you have to have filter when you're building a road. The hills of Calgary, man, they weathered the ages, got wiped off the map for $12 a load. They call it the hill country, I call it beautiful, I'd call it progressive, it could be safe. They call it the hill country, I call it home. But what will they call it when it's level and hay? Uncivilized pagans drink untreated water right out of our rivers back in their day. Now those same streams bubble with clean treated sewage while they sit in their hot tubs and sip Perrier. They call it the hill country, I call it beautiful, I'd call it progressive, it could be safe. They call it the hill country, I call it home. But what will they call it when it's level and paved? Hilltop, they're looking like houses, moving some people, turn on the TV. After the ball game, turn on some old movies, they'll smile when they see how it used to be. They call it the hill country, I call it beautiful, I call it progressive, it could be safe. They call it the hill country, I call it home. What will they call it when it's leveled and daybreak, slept like a log, woke up and choked down some hair of the dog. Just a road-worn musician waiting for that break. How much abuse could this old body take? How much abuse could this old body take? Whiskey to stay loose, pills to stay awake. It ain't no use trying not to shake. How much abuse could this old body take? Fried chicken in some rundown motel, reaching for that bottle as soon as I'm away. How much abuse could this old body take? How much abuse could this old body take? Whiskey to stay loose, pills to stay away. It ain't no use trying not to shake. How much abuse could this old body take? I work, faster it goes. Lord knows what I've spent on powder for my nose. Going for broke till I finally break. How much abuse could this old body take? How much abuse could this old body take? Whiskey to stay loose, pills to stay away. It ain't no use trying not to shake. How much abuse will this old body take? The mines of Terlingua are dusty and stale. They're lonesome as dying and harder than hell. Evil and dark as the devil's own soul. The mines of Terlingua have taken their toll. Work for a living in the quicksilver mines. Living's not likely to take up much time. And your one consolation is you'll never grow old. The mines of Terlingua have taken their toll. Taken their toll. Dust of the graveyard, the stones tell their tale. If you live to be 40, you've done right well. For retirement they gave you your very own home. The mines of Terlingua have taken their toll. Quicksilver's slow, but it's sure suicide. When it finally kills you, they'll say you just died. Then you'll be forgotten as soon as you're cold. Of Terlingua have taken their toll. They were the pride and joy of Huntsville at every prison show. The crowd gave them an encore at the prison rodeo. If they hadn't been behind bars paying for their crimes, they could have been in any bar playing any time. TJ was the drummer, and he would rather play than eat. He held the band together, and he held a steady beat. Then one sad day, the warden called him in and shook his hand. He gave TJ a pardon and broke up the prison band. Now TJ's back in Clear Springs where he drives a cement truck. And music is among the things he has given up. And the future's looking brighter now for TJ and his wife. But he still looks back on Huntsville as the best years of his life. TJ was the drummer and he'd rather play than eat. He held the band together and he held a steady beat. Then one sad day, the warden called him in and shook his hand. He gave TJ a pardon and broke up the prison band. It was one sad day, the warden called him in and shook his hand. He gave TJ that pardon and broke up the prison band. If he were doing it for money, he'd be doing something else. All he wants from life is a chance to give himself to some future generation who'll be touched when they have heard his rhyme and his rhythms, the wisdom of his words. Yesterday is all we have, that's sure to last forever. Today will end in darkness, there's no doubt. But you could never make him stop believing in tomorrow. Tomorrow's all the day was all about. Sure, he'd like a lot more notice from some more of us today, but he'd never quit doing things and living his own way. He's a voice in the wilderness so many haven't heard. His rhymes are his religion, the lyrics are the words. Yesterday is all we have, that's sure to last forever. Today will end in darkness, there's no doubt. But you could never make him stop believing in tomorrow. Tomorrow's all the day is all about. Tomorrow, he knew tomorrow was what today was. busted out Dodge van with a busted out light. Hit 5-piece country band moving through the night. Drive it to the limit till you can't drive no more. A single motel room with 4 on the floor, and we're living life from day to day like soldier boys at war, proud of every scar, going back for more, in search of immortality and honky-tonks and bars, reaching for the stars, working for the door, living in the fast lane, riding night and day. Have to be insane to wanna live this way. Got nothing to my name but my songs and my guitar, but I'm just one hit away from being a star. Living life from day to day like soldier boys at war, proud of every scar, going back for more, in search of immortality and honky-tonks and bars, reaching for the stars, working for the door. Reach on. Shining silver eagle, high rolling, moving on. The band is watching TV, I'm in my room alone. I sit looking back down that long lost highway. I almost wish this bus could take us back to yesterday, when we were living life from day to day like soldier boys at war, proud of every scar, going back for more, in search of immortality and honky-tonks and bars, reaching for the stars and working for the door, in search of immortality and honky-tonks and bars, reaching for the stars, working for the door. I was saddled, sore and weary, riding silent through the night, running for my life and a sleepy Rio Grande, headed for the border with the posse on my trail, a bullet in my shoulder and a pistol in my hand. I'd robbed a bank in Hebronville when trouble came. I had to kill a man for standing in my way. Jumped on my horse, rode out of town with bullets raining all around. They got me, but at least I got away. In Mexico I was waiting like a lady of the night, run like the devil, or there'll be hell to pay. Paradise lies just beyond that river, comfort's only 20 miles away. I don't know why I did it, but I did it just the same. It may have been a mountain I just had to climb. It wasn't for that money, but it might have been for fame. my shirt. I'm cold and tired, my shoulder hurts. I don't know how much farther I can go. And to hell with those sands of time, I just want to plant these feet of mine in the sun-baked sands of Mexico. Yes, Mexico lies waiting like a lady of the night. Run like the devil, or they'll be hell to pay. Paradise lies just beyond that river. Comfort's just a rifle shot away. My heartbeat, comfort's just a mile away. Or is that hoofbeats in the distance? Oh Lord, I got to keep on moving. I can't take the time to catch my breath. I can't even stop to pray. But my horse has run on, he can run that posse gain, and here they come. Help me reach the land of the free. Then I see a flash of lightning, and I hear a clap of thunder as the rocky earth comes spinning up towards me. And Mexico lies waiting like a lady of the night. Run like the devil, but there'll be hell to pay. Paradise lies just beyond that river. Living it up and drinking them down, down at that rising star inn. My new song had just put me into money, and man, I sure had me some friends. They were gathered around me like flies around honey. The crowd was the size of my head when this ancient old man with a whiskey-stained voice stepped up beside me and said, you know, it wasn't so long ago that I was their hero. I living, not giving a damn. Now on their scale, I'm not even a zero. Hell, they don't even know who I am. Well, I wanted to tell you, congratulations. Now you're the toast of this town. Be nice to them, son. On your way up, you'll meet them again coming down. He said the strings on my guitar, they're covered with rust as a sequin fell from his suit. He said my name's fading off of the side of my bus, and there's holes in the soles of these boots. And those fair-haired young ladies and my fair-weathered friends, well, they're not around. Be nice to them, son. On your way up, you'll meet them again coming down. Easy come honey, easy go honeys, and easy to please roaring crowd. It's easy believing that go on forever with your head up there. way up, you'll meet them again coming down. Turned on all her charm, and then we danced out of sight and made love through the night, and I dozed off just before dawn. But when I woke up, I was wrinkled and gray and broke, and that chick was gone. So I stumbled back down to the Rising Star Inn, sat there at the bar by myself, and nobody noticed, 'cause they's all so busy gathered around someone else. Shaking my head, I softly said, as I picked up an old sequin that I'd found, "He'd be nice to him, son. On your way up, you'll meet them again coming down. Easy come money and easy go honeys, and easy to please roving crowd. It's easy believing they'll go on forever with your head up there in the cloud, but they won't. Say I never warn you when your pretty green pasture turns brown. Be nice to him, son. On your way up, you'll meet them again coming down." Hey, good to see you, buddy. Remember me? No? Written some life, and I've lived me some songs. Through the ups and the downs, I've been weak and strong. I've been in love, I've written bouquets, but I've also lived blues when love slipped away. I've written some pleasures, I've lived some desire, I've written some sins, yes, and some nights filled with fire. I've lived rhymes for reasons, and my reasons are strong. I've written some lies, yeah, and I've lived me some songs. Once lived a song with a fun-loving friend, and all things were good, but good things all end. We joked and we sang, shared 10,000 beers. Then he died laughing, and I wrote the tears. And you'll see, if you read these lines on my face, I've lived a few verses I'd like to erase. But you can't forget memories, even when they go wrong. I've written some life, fatty time. Stood at the summit and ridden the climb. And the higher you climb, the harder you fall. Yes, I've taken some tumbles and written it all. I've lived me some love, I've written some rain, lived through some showers, written some pain. So you'll remember me after I'm gone. I've written some life, I've lived me some songs. I never will get over you. I know you're gone, but still I can't believe it's true. It all seems so unreal, and there's nothing I can do. I never will get over you. Life was such a busy time yesterday. I never seemed to find the time for things I meant to say, and it's too late to say I love you, but you know it's true. I never will get over you. Well, I knew I had to have her, so I sent off in the mail when I saw her picture in that magazine. And when the postman brought her, I thrilled as I blew up, the prettiest plastic girl you had ever seen. I called my new girl Wendy, and Wendy blew my mind. I figured I'd be keeping her around. Her plug kept her inflated when I had it in, and when I pulled it out, she'd go down. She's my life-size, wife-size, full-grown blow-up plastic girl. Nothing's missing. She never has a headache. She ain't got a dog or bad breath when we're kissing. She's there when you need her, more than just a friend, and her skin is as smooth as a pearl. My life-sized wife-sized, full-grown blow-up plastic girl. Well, I didn't tell nobody except my best friend Earl, 'cause you can't trust just anyone that you see. And when I'd come home at night, all tired from making pizza, Wendy, she'd be waiting there for me. One night I came home anxious with Wendy on my mind. It broke my heart in two when I walked in, and I found the one that I always thought would always be just mine, laying there with Earl, my best friend. Well, I never dreamed that Wendy would ever be the cheating kind, and I never thought Earl would ever let me down. But you don't know what can happen in these modern mixed up times, 'cause there's a lot of fucking weirdos running around. Waking up late in the afternoon, an old piano playing just out of tune, to the buzz of the heat through the telephone line. Some kind of song about a bottle of wine, and I knew it was you by the sound of your feet, pushing the pedals and keeping the beat. We're a million miles away from those days now, but you can't get away from me. You can't get me wrong. I know how to keep you here where you know you belong, in a song. The Cheatham Street warehouse honky-tonk song, the kind Billy Joe just can't get wrong. I'm gonna call my name in the bar and hope that you can hear it wherever you are. And wherever you are, I'll be hoping you know, wherever I am, I'm missing you so. No longer a million miles away from anything, but you can't get away from me. You can't get me wrong. I know how to keep you here where you know you belong, in a song. Last few lines last night, trying to find a way to make it end alright. The telephone rang, it was you. You asked if I was working on anything new. I didn't have the heart to tell you about the one I think I'm finishing up right now. No longer a million miles away from anything, but you can't get away from me. You can't get me wrong. I know how to keep you here where you know you belong, in a song. I traveled the whole world over. I've traveled the whole world round. I traveled this whole wide world over in search of the answers I've found. The answer that I never did find to the question that still brings me tears. What kind of asshole would knock down a tree that had stood there for 10,000 years?